Luke is here. He's becoming the face of the face of I don't know what you call it, the truther movement. The people who are getting all angry, saying they should be taken to court and prison. He's Gazer, really. But you know what's interesting here? Firstly, look how they've made him up. It's make-up that, making him look weary and like he's going a funny colour here, Luke. And they made him all greyer than he normally is because he's being cross. Come on, Neil, tell us.
To knock down so they can sell the plot for profit to their pals and assorted foreign carpetbaggers.
What?
We the people, with our
we the people, Gazer
dreams, are
Squared.
just in the way of their anti-human fantasy of a so-called progressive future.
What?
They got fed up waiting for us to die of old age in our armchairs in front of 3-bar electric fires we can't afford to
I
switch
bet you're
on,
fun at parties.
and have set about demolishing the old place while we're still living in it. Love him or loathe him, and I've been no fan of him or of any of the leaders we find ourselves saddled with in the West.
What are your
Prime Minister
politics,
Boris
Neil?
Johnson was brought down last week. Not
Brought
by
down.
millions who had voted for him, as might have been appropriate given any meaningful understanding of the concept of democracy, but by a hellish coupling of media and the self-worshipping political class that appointed themselves judge, jury, and executioner.
The political class that appointed
Together,
themselves.
they wanted Johnson gone,
God,
and
Neil.
So he was gone.
Oh, you have to watch ads? Didn't know this. Neil, you shocking guy. Ads. Not used to
Party
ads.
atmosphere after his resignation.
Making money out of it as well.
Gloating by those journalists that had conspired and shared in the
Who was
taking of the
gloating?
scalp was plain to see.
How come your eyes are not doing that uppy up thing that you usually do?
In the aftermath of Johnson's defenestration,
Why are you showing
there
us
was a
John Major?
suggestion from former Tory MP John Major
Is he still alive?
that the process of anointing the
God.
next leader of the Conservatives should bypass party members altogether, presumably in case troublesome proles with their taste for Brexit and borders, even for Britain itself, picked the wrong person again. Far better, thought the likes of Major, if Tory MPs just exercised their superior intellects and morals and did.
But he's nothing anymore. He's just like.
Tory old Tory and arch Remainer Michael
But we don't
Heseltine's
listen
case
to like
was
Americans don't
evidently
listen
rattled
to
by all
like
the noise.
the other
And in
Bush
predictable
one. He's
style,
just
he was
classed as
instantly
like
crowing
old,
that the
isn't he? They
passage
don't
of
bring in.
Johnson should
We all
be
know about
the end of
Heseltine and
Brexit.
all that. He was a cock-up.
Once
He was
more,
right
the proof
idiot.
those regarding themselves as our intellectual superiors
Neil,
still
why are you
regard the decision
quoting
made by an
Heseltine?
undeniable majority of British people only as evidence of the stupidity of the great unwashed. In displays of audacity and temerity that are beyond the reach of adjectives, those that plotted Johnson's demise are falling over one another to take his place. It's like looking through a microscope at something revolting happening in a petri dish.
What?
Former Chancellor Rishi Sunak had his slick and glossy showreel ready for broadcast before his former boss had delivered his resignation speech. I wonder when he performed for that instead of doing more damage to the economy.
You're so
I don't
just.
feel like having any of their names in my mouth. I really don't.
If you go down the
I'll
pen,
just say that for
Gazer
me,
is
the
looking
thought
for
of
some
them that
friends.
stood for lockdowns,
He's not got any yet.
physical and
You
mental
could go
well-being,
and you
that
could
oversaw
be
the
his
crashing
first
of the economy,
person.
watched
You and
uncounted
Gazer
lives
make some
physically and
friends.
mentally
He did want
destroyed,
Ricky Gervais, but
advocated
I think
mask
you'll
wearing
do.
on the street, and cheer-led
Tidy yourself up
unholy
a bit though,
pressure
mate.
to
You
take
just do this
experimental
makeup.
injections
Carry on
and
making
lose
you
jobs
look
and/or
very, very
reputations as a
haggard.
consequence, that called for digital vaccine passports or anything like them. That
But it didn't
won't
happen
shout
though, did
from
it?
the highest hill that the green agenda and net zero are a disaster and must be scrapped immediately.
It's shocking, man. You've been all around the coast and you've seen what it's doing, and now you're being like this just to jump on the script and onto the agenda.
More of the same in the months ahead makes me sick to my stomach.
Does it?
For me, the change of Prime Minister is nothing more than a change of drivers on a
God,
train.
how daft this
A train
makeup
where
on
all
you
is
looks,
going
mate.
where it's scheduled and
I make you look
timetabled to
haggard.
go, on rails already laid. And in the face of its forward momentum, we the people, it would seem,
We the
count for nothing.
people.
From behind one podium after another, Western leaders and their lackeys talk more and more openly about a liberal world order. even a
I've never even heard that term, a liberal world
The more
order.
I hear and see about a world ordered by self-described
Oh,
liberals
God,
and their
world
rules,
order,
the less I
world
like it.
order, world
I certainly
order.
don't recall ever being invited to vote for it. 2 years ago, I gave scant thought to acronyms like WHO,
Did you
UN,
not?
WEF. Now I watch them with the same attention I give to dogs that look like they might bite. At some point in the past, and I missed that point too, whenever it was, I'll freely admit, the governing class decided they were done with serving us and that they own us and rule us instead.
So you're another one who's
That
only just got
cancerous
into
thought has
politics.
metastasized in recent years, so that it's not just the
So
governments
you've all this while you've been doing your own things, now you've just got into politics at this late stage ranting. Nah, I'd sooner listen to people who've done degrees and know what they're talking about, rather than a silly person who puts makeup on to make themselves look haggard. Oh, by the throat?
Their own self-described progressive ideologies.
Oh,
Now that same
how long is
superiority
this?
complex is everywhere else as
Oh,
well.
I'll finish it.
Halifax Bank got on their high horse about pronouns and loftily declared that customers who didn't like seeing staff wearing such on their badges should take their business elsewhere.
Okay,
And so
fair play.
customers duly did, right enough.
Good,
taking
whatever,
their
do what you
hard-earned
want.
cash with them.
Do what you want.
Since when did money-grubbing corporations decide it was appropriate to start telling customers what to think about sex and gender?
Now.
Ice cream vendors Ben and Jerry's got on their soapbox to
Ben and
criticise
Jerry's.
the British government's plan to offshore asylum seekers to Rwanda, when surely their time would be better spent learning more
Awful.
about
I
obesity
didn't know
and
about this,
diabetes
Mr.
and their
Oliver.
likeliest
You should have made
causes.
this top of the thing. They've done
So
what?
here
I'm
we
going to look
are.
into that.
We, the British people, are held in low
We the
regard,
people.
not just by politicians and their ilk,
British people.
not just by the awkward savants of the search engines and social media platforms,
Oh,
but even by
yes,
high
it's
street
such
banks and
complicated
ice cream vendors.
Savant.
It feels like there's a club somewhere, or a positive feedback loop, in which everyone involved, and it's definitely not us.
It's definitely not you in any positive feedback loop. You're in a negative feedback loop.
Bankers and corporations feels entitled to make all the decisions about every aspect of our lives and then to tell us how it's going to be. We the people are to be downtrodden, demoralised and deceived. In the wider world, it's the farmers who are the latest citizens pushed beyond breaking point. In a replay of the truckers' protest in Canada that so captivated many of us, gave us hope, however brief, that an end to the deliberately destructive madness might be in sight.
Notice how he's calmed his arms down now and he's not rinsing his hands anymore and he's stopped with all his hands all over everywhere.
The food we eat are angry and scared enough to down tools and take to the streets to fight for their
None of
very
the
existence.
eyes looking up
When
into
those
his
who
head.
drive the trucks that bring us
Just
everything
into the
we depend
stir.
upon for our daily lives,
Back to the
likewise.
monotone as he's putting it
Perhaps it's
into your
finally time
head.
to pay attention to the unfolding catastrophe.
Are we done?